Hey guys, so I saw a lot of people making videos about mistreatments of groups on YouTube, but no one really made a video about gugudan, so I decided to make this video, because it's a topic everyone should know about but still no one really talks about. I'm just going to put a disclaimer that, if I'm wrong about certain facts, please correct me politely in the comments section and you are free to disagree with me, as long as you are being respectful. So let's first start with the history of gugudan. In 2016, Jellyfish Entertainment sent 3 of their female trainees to participate in a survival show produced by Mnet called Produce 101. The 3 trainees were Nayoung, Sejong and Minna. Nayoung got eliminated from the show at number 14, however Sejong and Minna made it to the final lineup of IOI with positions 2nd and 9th respectively. IOI debuted with the song Dream Girls on May 4, 2016 under YMC Entertainment and CJENM Entertainment. Later Sejong and Minna would return back to their agency as they were allowed to promote with their permanent group, while IOI was on a break, or promoted as a subunit. Jellyfish Entertainment was preparing for the debut of a 9-membered girl group including Nayoung, Sejong and Minna. The group was named gugudan, and they debuted on June 28, 2016 with the song Wonderland. The song gained a lot of attention with the popularity of Sejong and Minna, and it did well on the chart, but with the attention it got a lot of hate from netizens for not being well produced, and not being a strong debut, making Wonderland gugudan's most disliked song on YouTube. After their debut, Sejong and Minna had to join IOI again for their comeback on October 17, 2016 called Very Very Very. After the promotions of the comeback of IOI had ended, Jellyfish decided to give Sejong a solo debut on November 23, 2016 with the song called Flower Road, which was produced by Zico. Sejong went on to get her first music show win on Show Champion. This came as no surprise given Sejong's immense popularity in Korea, but she did go on to get a win before gugudan got a win as a group. IOI disbanded in January of 2017 and Sejong and Minna finally wrapped up their schedules with IOI. This had caused a delay in the first comeback of gugudan, and they finally came back on February 27, 2017 with the song A Girl Like Me. A Girl Like Me did decently well on the charts with them being nominated for First Win multiple times. But unfortunately the hate train towards gugudan didn't stop, and netizens always demanded Sejong to leave the group and go solo. Despite of the hate, gugudan was growing a steady fan base in Korea. On August 11, 2017 Jellyfish decided to debut a subunit with 2 members Hyein and Minna called gugudan Ogu Ogu, and they debuted with the song Ice Chew. This subunit did decently well. Whenever gugudan were on a break, the members mostly acted in dramas or in musicals. Now it had been about 8 months since gugudan had a comeback and Jellyfish announced that they will be finally coming back on November 8, 2017 with the song Chikoko. Gugudan were a member short on this comeback as Soi was rested because of an injury she had from pre-debut. Overall the song didn't really perform as well as their first two releases, but nonetheless gugudan's fandom was still growing. Surprisingly enough, Jellyfish announced that they would be coming back again on 1st February 2018. This time Soi would be present in the group, only 4 months after their previous comeback with the song The Boots.
Get it, to buy it in the night boots tonight. Bitchin' flow like this, la 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 like this. 기적 같은 너, 원하는 어디든 멀리 멀리 데려다 줄게. 널 향해 내 두 손 잡을 때.
This comeback did really well, but again not good enough to get them their first win. After finishing their promotions, gugudan again went on a break for an unannounced time. After 6 months, Hylian went on a hiatus, and it was announced that she wouldn't be promoting with gugudan for time being. This subsequently caused the gugudan Ogu to become inactive. Jellyfish then decided to make another subunit with the members that participated in Produce 101, Mayang, Sejong and Mina. The subunit debuted on 11th July 2018 with the song Semina, same as the name of the subunit.
세미나 세미나 no 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 웃잖아 웃잖아 왜왜왜 딴 짓을 보는 너잖아 질투가 나잖아 그래봐 예쁜 날 놓칠 거.
Jellyfish probably made this subunit to see if it got more success because of their history with Produce 101. But unfortunately the gugudan Semina didn't make it big with their debut as was expected. In October, Jellyfish announced that Hylian would be leaving gugudan to focus on school and gugudan would be coming back as an 8-member group after 9 months with the song Not That Type.
내가 좋아한대 네가 내 맘에 든데 너는 어때 난 돌려 표현 못해 I'm not that type 싫다 좋다 그냥 말해 대답은 간단하게 심플하게 난 애매한 건 질색 I'm not that type like that I'm not that type like that I'm not that type like that.
The song charted at number 4 on music shows. It could have done better if bigger groups weren't having a comeback at that time too. Gugudan also had a Japanese debut and fan meet in 2018 as well as their first concert. Unfortunately, that would be the last comeback we got from gugudan till now. It has almost been 1.5 years since they had a comeback. 2019 proved to be a very dry year for gugudan fans as they didn't get a comeback from the group nor from the subunits. The only thing we got from them was a pre-release digital single from Sejong at the very end of 2019. As for this year, Sejong made a comeback with her first mini album with the title track called Plant.
Tell me everything to me. You're everything to me. 사람들이 모르는 그늘진 마음 내게만 들리는 나를 달래주는 목소리가.
And again, no surprise, Sejong got her second win with that song on the show. Now let's talk about the mistreatments they have faced since debut. They had to go through a 9-month hiatus twice before going on a hiatus again for 1.5 years. Jellyfish debuted 2 subunits, which was completely unnecessary, and it would have been better if the girls were given a full group comeback instead. From their debut they have got bare minimum promotions, with only Sejong and Mina getting most of the promotions. Even their own variety show What Is Gugudan Doing was not subbed, but the variety shows of VIXX and Verivory were subbed with English subtitles. Now even with VIXX they did go a year without any subtitles, because apparently the translator had left Jellyfish, but gugudan never got it. They even went a year without another episode of their variety show. Now let's move on to the theories I have about why gugudan are under such a long unannounced hiatus. The first one and the most obvious reason that comes to my mind is that jellyfish are trying to focus on Verivory. VIX, who are Jellyfish's most successful group, went on hiatus due to military enlistment in 2019, and Jellyfish debuted their new boy group Verivory on January 9, 2019. Verivory had 3 releases in 2019 and gugudan had none, so it's a bit obvious that Jellyfish are focusing on their new boy group. I believe that Jellyfish thought that they would have given gugudan a comeback after the IOI reunion that was supposed to be later in 2019, but obviously due to the Mnet vote rigging scandal, the reunion was cancelled. Now I believe Jellyfish decided to postpone gugudan's comeback after Sejeong made her comeback. Verivory had to come back in January this year, so Sejeong came back in March, so that there would be no overlapping. Hopefully we soon get a comeback from gugudan. My second theory is that, since gugudan was receiving continuous hate from netizens and people were demanding Sejeong to leave the group, Jellyfish decided to give gugudan a break and focus more on the solo activities of the members. Sally was really busy with her schedules in China, Sejeong was in a TV show with Sehun called Busted, and Minna was in Hotel del Luna. So maybe Jellyfish was waiting that gugudan receive some attention from these K-dramas and then give gugudan a comeback. On a brighter side, gugudan have been very active on their Instagram and V-Lives, even though it's mostly been V-Lives from one member and not the whole group. Sally is currently in China participating in Produce Camp, which is a Chinese version of Produce 101, so hopefully she gets some attention from that. They have for the first time gotten subtitles on their variety show, and more content is being released on their channel, so let's hope that they have a comeback soon after Sejeong is done with her promotions. Gugudan is a really talented and unique group. I plead you please check them out and spread more awareness about their situation so that we can get a comeback soon.
두 발에 빛난 my boots 두 눈에 비친 full moon like this 랄랄라 like this 기적 같은 너 원하는 어디든 멀리 멀리 데려다 줄게 널 향해